Hello, hello there. Alright, I'm gonna see what I can do to tweet this link out. And I don't know how this works. Oh, this is what I'll do. I will use my handy dandy other device right here and copy the link of my Facebook to my Twitter and tweet it out. So I'm gonna, hello, hello, there you are. How are you today? Happy Saturday. I'm just trying to tweet out this link. Give me 1 second. So I just need to copy the URL of my Facebook and put it in a tweet. While I'm doing that, hello. Hope you're all having a lovely day. How are you? Hope you're very well. So I just wanted to do this chat today because I've been so busy with production of Shadowhunters that I never had a chance to do a tweet or do a chat for the amazing 1 million followers on Instagram or the 750, which is now 800K on Twitter, and for the start of season 2. But I figured what could be a better day than Clary Appreciation Day to thank you guys for that and for everything else and how wonderful you are, and just answer some of your questions because I haven't done this in a while. So if you have any questions, send them my way. I love all these hearts. Thank you guys. Let's see, let me go to my Twitter. Okay, questions. Let's see. What did I eat for breakfast? I had scrambled eggs and an English muffin and an apple. And what else did I have? I'm a snacker. So I think that was my main thing that I ate for breakfast, and then I've continued to snack since then. So there's that. Malik or Clace, why does everybody ask me to choose the ships? I love them all for different reasons. Funniest person on set, it depends on the day. Because thankfully, I have the opportunity to work with just about everybody on the show. So I'm with everybody for at least a little bit of the time. And everybody's funny in different ways. Everybody brings a different element of comedy. My specialty is puns and dad jokes. So we all make each other laugh or groan in a different way. No, my hair color is not different. It's a very bright, sunny day. So the light makes it look lighter. I have been to Bulgaria, actually, oddly enough. I shot a movie there a few years ago. I love Bulgaria. I had a fabulous time there. Let's see. Am I scared of spiders? Not particularly. I grew up in the middle of the woods, so I was very used to catching spiders and taking them out from a very young age. I've not been to Denmark, but I'm dying to visit. I really would love to visit Copenhagen and several other places there. My natural hair color is pretty much this, or at least it was growing up. I've dyed my hair so much for different shows now that I don't really know what color it actually is, but this is what I'm used to. It's what I've always known as my color. The new season is coming next year. We don't know when. We don't have a date yet, but it will be next year. I'm sure they'll release some kind of tidbit at Comic-Con for all of us to see. From what I've heard, the show is looking incredible this year. I cannot wait to share it with you guys. I love Ariana Grande. I love her music. Sorry, I'm answering different questions. This is from Shums Corday. I'm sure I'm butchering that. I'm so sorry. They want to know if I like Ariana Grande, and I do. I'm obsessed with her new album. My first real celebrity crush, which is still my celebrity crush, is Ryan Gosling's character in The Notebook. There's something about that movie that is just romance magic, and he'll always be my first celebrity crush. I cannot give any season 2 spoilers. ID for Neri wants to know. I wish I could. You guys don't know how much I want to tell you guys these things. Sophia Price Killick wants to know what's my favorite part of being Clary. My favorite part of being Clary is getting to play a character that has such history and has such a journey, and a character that is so well-rounded. Clary has so many elements to her that I love bringing to life, and that's what's so great about having a second season, is that we're able to dive more into that and into parts of her character that we didn't get to explore in season 1. And she's grown up a lot. She's learned a lot in season 1, so going into season 2, she's almost a completely different person. But she'll always have her heart, she'll always have her fire. And that's pretty great. My favorite song at the moment, AGB Newton on Twitter wants to know what my favorite song at the moment is. There are several that I love right now. Sit Still Look Pretty by Dea is what's been in my head recently. Also, Fly Me to the Moon, Frank Sinatra, Alberto and I keep singing on set, so there's that. And also all of Ariana Grande's album. My favorite rune, I think, is the Fearless rune. Hold on, where did that question go? Mariana Braga wants to know what my favorite rune is. It's the Fearless rune, because it's, for a lot of reasons. It's the first one Clary creates, and it's beautiful on top of that. But also, I love that idea of having the ability to be fearless when you choose to be. Sometimes fear is a good thing, but it's just a reminder that, to me at least, that you have the ability to be fearless from within you when you really need that. Insane Petrova wants to know if Clary is going to be even more badass than season 1, and the answer is heck yes. There's so much coming this season. It's so much darker, it's so much grittier, there's so much more action. And there's also a lot more heart. It's very interesting. We've taken all the elements and brought them up and made them more and elevated them. Darth Malik wants to know which kitten I prefer, Stella or Raja. I cannot answer that question. I can't play favorites. I feel like they're aunt. I can't do that. No, they're both lovely. They're both very different. Raja is very rambunctious and very curious, and Stella is more the lover. So it's awesome. They make such a cute little pair. Let me see. Okay, let's see. I'm looking for questions. Oh, I'm gonna butcher your name, I'm so sorry. Maya Serena Allison wants to know what my favorite book is. My favorite book growing up, and still to this day, is Watership Down. It's a book by Richard Adams, and it seems silly, but it's really not. It's an allegory about a warren of rabbits that has to go on this journey, and long story short, it's an allegory for humanity and society and human relationships, and I read it when I was really young, and it opened my eyes to a lot of things, and I would highly recommend it. If I could play any other character, who would I play? Andrea Starling wants to know. That's a difficult question. All the characters have so much to play with. I would love to play Magnus, simply because he has so much history, and there's hundreds of years of stories and heartbreaks and joys and sorrows and knowledge to play off of. And plus, I mean, who wouldn't want those kind of powers, right? Let's see. My favorite band. Perla Escamilla wants to know what my favorite band is. I'm really fond of Bastille. I love their sound and sort of the weight and depth that's in all of their music. Sparkling Magnus wants to know if I've met Alicia, who is Alicia Wainwright, is playing Maya on the show. And yes, I did meet her. She came in for a wardrobe fitting while we were shooting, and she stopped by and said hello, and she's so lovely. Cannot wait to work with her. I'm really excited to see how Maya comes to life in the show, because she's one of my favorite characters from the books as well. So you guys know I'm a huge book fan, as well as, you know, a Shadow World fan. So it's exciting to see everything coming together. Oh, Sarah Lou 201 on Twitter is asking, what inspirational quote do you go by? Love from Vietnam. Love right back to ya. My favorite quote, one of my favorite quotes, something I've lived by most of my life, is something that my mom put on my wall when I was a little girl. It's, what is popular is not always right, what is right is not always popular. So that is really, I didn't really understand it fully when I was younger, but as I grew up and as I experienced more situations, it really shaped who I am. So I tell that quote to anybody and everybody I can, because it really helped me growing up. Let's see. Harry Shumdario is asking, did you already film some shocking scene that will kill us all? I can't say what it is, but I can say we've shot multiple of those kinds of scenes, and there are a lot more coming. So get ready, because this season is going to be quite the roller coaster. Sally Wings wants to know my favorite kind of tea. Green tea, if I drink tea. But I usually drink coffee. Oh, Jessica Patino 8 wants to know favorite game. Werewolf or Mafia? It's kind of the same game, but different versions. Oh, Claire DeLune 13 is asking what my favorite Cassie Clare book is. I can't decide. One of the Mortal Instruments books, obviously. Definitely either book 3 or book 5. Or book 6. They're all great. Oh, Helen Ann Doucette is asking if I've hurt myself on set. I did not hurt myself. That was makeup. That was our brilliant makeup artist, Randy, that picture I posted, who had to make it look as though I was beat up a bit, because stuff happens to Clary this season. Stuff happens to all of us. We all have our cuts and bruises this season. Emma Gierno. Oh, I know I butchered that, but happy birthday, Emma. So have a wonderful day full of love, laughter, and joy. I hope you really have an amazing day. Mally Cadet. No, this is not a Taurus necklace. It's something that my grandfather gave me when I was 16. He built an airplane, and this is an image of an attitude meter, which is what tells you how straight the wings of the plane are. And he gave it to me when I was 16 with a beautiful card and said, as long as you keep your wings straight, you'll be just fine. So that really meant a lot to me at that time, and still does, which is why I wear it all the time, because he was a big part of making me who I am. So I love him and miss him. Because as I travel, I don't get to go home as much as I used to. But all things work out because they come visit. Oh goodness, so many questions. Oh my god, you guys are amazing. Okay, now I'm looking for questions. Ooh. Megan Delano wants to know, what is one Shadowhunter object Clary could not live without? Hi from Greece. Hi from Greece. One Shadowhunter object she couldn't live without is her stele, 100%. Clary's an artist. Clary's drawn her whole life, and so that her stele is the one object of the shadow world that also keeps her grounded in the mundane world, and it's the one thing that's the most familiar to her. So I think she could not live without that. Emerald Wards wants to know if I can speak French. No, but I would like to. That's one of my goals in life, is to learn a couple other languages. Shamdario TP says, can you ask Matt to post cow pics, please? Thanks. I will ask him. Matt Dario has a mind of his own when it comes to Instagram, as you all know. I will ask him to post more cows. If he has more pictures of cows, I'm sure he will post them eventually. Never fear. I'm seeing a lot of questions about werewolf. Never fear. We are planning a werewolf night. It is coming. We will let you guys know. We will do all of that. Gerda, I'm so sorry I cannot pronounce your last name, is asking if I draw. My grandmother's a watercolor artist, so I grew up painting and drawing. I was never great at it, but I've always loved it. It's something that I've always understood, and it sort of started my love of artistic things and my love of creative things. It was something I always did with my grandma, and I really love it. I've gotten back into it a little bit recently, and it just to, get in the mind of who Clary is and how an artist thinks. So that's definitely something I love. And I want to thank you guys for all of the amazing fan art and all of the artwork and the drawings and the compilations that you guys put together. We do see those, we do look at them, and they blow my mind. You guys are so talented, and you guys are so incredible to think of these things, and so creative. I mean, it's astounding to think that this show that we've poured so much blood, sweat, and tears into has inspired so much creativity from you guys too. I find it very special that, we have this mutual relationship of creativity together. I think it's wonderful. We're creating things. Angelica Ropo Valente wants to know if there are any similarities between Sonia and Clary. I think there are a lot of similarities between Sonia and Clary. They're both fighters. They both fiercely care about the people that they love, and they're willing to do what it takes to get the job done. And they're important qualities in a young hero. You guys have so many good questions. Dion Carruthers wants to know if I've seen Alan stalking Maxim on set. I wouldn't say stalking, but Alan and Max have a very funny relationship, and I love watching them on set. It's like watching a comedy routine. It's fantastic. Let's see. Oh, there's so many questions. Favorite TV show? Aya Abu Naja, as well as several other people, have asked what my favorite TV show is. It's so hard. I love Orange is the New Black. I love Game of Thrones. I love Stranger Things. I just recently watched The Get Down, and it was fabulous. I would highly recommend it if anyone hasn't seen it yet on Netflix. Oh, God, there's so many good shows. I mean, I love PLL. Y'all know that. Big Bang Theory. Catastrophe. It's a show on Amazon. I love. Girls. I've recently gotten really into Girls, and I've watched the whole thing. Or most of it. Stranger Things is fabulous. I'm going to have to rewatch that soon. I'm back. Sorry about that. I'm doing this from my lovely apartment here in Toronto, and still getting used to the Wi-Fi. So there we go. My favorite Disney movie? Pocahontas or Mulan. Maybe the Aristocats. I really like Disney movies. Finding Nemo. Toy Story. Bug's Life? Do you guys remember Bug's Life? One of my favorite things. That's Pixar, but that's still Disney. Oh, someone's asking if I'd like to appear in a horror movie. Yes. I'm dying to do a good horror movie. I mean, we have enough, blood and other things on Shadowhunters, but be nice to do like a good classic horror film. Be really fun. Livia Santos Zenasi wants to know what I think of the Brazilian fans. We love our Brazilian fans. We love all of our fans. It's really amazing that that's something we've really come to appreciate, is that Shadowhunters, now that it's on Netflix and on Freeform, has this sort of global community of all of you guys who care about the show, who are talking about the show, who are talking to us and sharing your thoughts and reactions to the show. And I think it's really fantastic. So we would really like you guys to know that we appreciate you guys and we love you guys, and we see you and we hear you, and we love all of the interaction between you guys and between us. Favorite character to meet at Disneyland? Ooh, Courtney Settle wants to know. There's so many people I'd love to meet. I mean, I definitely need to meet Prince Charming. No. I mean, yes, but that's maybe not number one on my list. Who do I want to meet at Disneyland? I want to meet Tinkerbell. I would love to meet, I mean, Minnie and Mickey, I think, are number one on my list, because who does, I mean, they run the place. So you got to meet them first and say thank you for, the place. But then after that, I don't know. My favorite horror movie? Maybe Carrie, the original. Or what other horror movies do I love? Psycho. I love horror movies. Dimvitri wants to know if I'd be the killer or a victim in a horror movie. Can I say both? Because I could be a victim of something and get possessed by it, and then be killed by it, or kill people because of it. I don't know. I'm not a writer. Janice Bellos wants to know if Dom has already pranked me on set. He has not. He scared me a couple times, naturally. But I'm sure it's coming. I'm waiting for the prank. I think it's going to come when I least expect it, unfortunately. But I'm sure there'll be a video of it. Let's see. Ooh, okay. Sally Wings says, if you could time travel, would you go to the past or the future? I think I would go to the past. I'm excited for the future, but I don't think I want to know in advance what happens. Because that's part of the fun of the future. It's because it is unknown. But definitely the past. I'd want to learn. I'd want to experience things that I haven't yet, or experience things that have already happened, or be there for certain moments in history that I'd love to have an inside look at. Agus Iosta 15 is asking, which is my greatest ship on the season? Well, I think the greatest ship is, there's a giant boat that would be classified as a ship. So that's probably the greatest ship on the show this season. It's a big ship. It's a big boat. guys, I'm looking for beautiful questions. I'm looking for through all of your questions. Valerie 22 is asking, do I get as scared with horror movies as I do when Dom scares me? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I'm a jumper. Yeah. Pretty much. Although Dom is pretty scary. Yeah. Ooh, Feels with Tonkin is asking, witches, werewolves, or vampires? Witches scare me. In a good way, that they scare me. Werewolves or vampires? You're asking me to choose between Simon and Luke now. How can I do that? I'm going to say werewolves and vampires. Paulina Jarnot is asking why I wanted to become an actress. I never thought I would be an actress. I wanted to go into finance when I was younger. But then I was a dancer, so I ended up doing a community theater show with some friends just for fun for the summer to try something new. And I fell in love. I remember walking on stage on opening night and something hit me like a brick wall. I knew that this is what I had to do for the rest of my life, and I've been lucky enough to have been able to do that. Ooh, Aya Abu Najah wants to know who wins an outfit war, Clary or Magnus? Well, Magnus definitely. Although personally, I love Clary's wardrobe. We have an amazing wardrobe designer who makes it so much fun to go into fittings, and they always dress us so wonderfully on the show. It's really fantastic. But Magnus's wardrobe is always more fabulous because he's Magnus Bane, naturally. My favorite character on Stranger Things? I can't pick one. They're all so adorable. I love the kids. Their dynamic is so awesome. Sorry, I keep looking away. I'm trying to find questions. Sarah says, if I could live anywhere in the world, where would it be? I'd like to move back to New York. I just love the energy of that city, and I love I just love that there's always something happening there, and there's always something going on, and it's beautiful. But I want to travel the world. I want to see everything. I want to learn everything. I want to see every piece of art and every beautiful piece of architecture and learn about every culture, because I find it fascinating, and I think it's amazing that all of us can exist on this earth, but in so many different ways. There's so many different ways to live life and to experience the world in which we live, and I want to see it all. Aria Lightwood wants to know what's the best thing about working with the Shadowhunters cast. I think the best thing about the Shadowhunters cast is that we are a family, especially this season, since we've all known each other for over a year now, and we're diving in with 100% passion and intensity with this season, is that we really do have each other's backs. We really are a family, and we've grown closer to each other than ever before, and it's awesome to be on a team like that, where not only is everyone freakishly talented, but everybody really cares about making this the best show it can be, and about elevating it to a level beyond anything that we've seen before. So I'm very excited for that. Letty Perez wants to know, have you filmed any scenes with Em or Matt? Yes, I have filmed many scenes with Em or Matt. In fact, I think almost every scene I shot this week was with Emerald. So that was very, very fun. Marty Felduty wants to know if Stella is Sophie's parabatai. Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to get them to meet first. But I think if I had to guess, that Raja and Stella would be parabatai. Danny Sinali is asking for advice about confidence. I think the most important thing about confidence is acceptance. If you accept yourself for who you are, with your your assets, your flaws, everything about yourself, you can truly have confidence. Because if you accept yourself, there's no reason for other people not to accept you for who you are. And because every single person is unique, every single person brings something else to the world and has something special that only they can offer to the world. And if you recognize that in yourself and you put that forward, other people will see that too. If you believe in yourself, other people will believe in you. My music is coming soon. I'm putting it together, and there are some really, really exciting things happening music-wise, but I can't say anything yet. But it's awesome. Renata Mitchell is asking what my favorite scene with Matt is. Last season, I think my favorite scene with Matt was on the street in episode 5 when Clary's used the runes wrong and forgot to use the soundless or forgot to silence her phone when she's invisible. I loved the sassiness in their relationship there. And I think we're going to see more of that soon. Dila Norzor says, if you had a choice, who would you like to be, still Clary or Isabel? I think if I had a choice, I would be Clary. They both have amazing qualities. They both have, they're both very different characters, but I've grown so attached to Clary. There's so many questions. I'm having to sift through them all. If I could teleport myself, where would I go? Gabrielle from Twitter is asking. Anywhere? Somewhere in Europe. Probably the Louvre in Paris. Because last time I was in Paris, I didn't have time to look at all the art. And I'd love to, just on a weekend, be able to teleport and see the museum and then come back and go back to work. Crystal Light wants to know what my dream vacation is. Dream vacation would be to have time to go to Europe and see absolutely everything, and then travel the rest of the world next time. There's so many things I want to see. I love travel. I have a friend that I'm currently planning a trip with, so I'm hoping there's some really cool travel in my future. Ooh, Darth Malik says, who's cooler, Shelby or Harry? I think they're both pretty equally cool, but what's even cooler is that when they're together, their coolness combines into infinite coolness. Basically, the whole is greater than the sum of the parts on that one. And that's why they are amazing. Sarah Gijian wants to know, what color would I like to dye my hair? I'd like to dye my hair every color at one point. I'd love to go back blonde. I'd love to be brunette. I'd love to do some crazy color. But that's what I love about what I do for a living, is that I have those opportunities and that I get to transform myself into all these different people. Andrea Simu wants to know, what is your biggest dream? My biggest dream is to be able to do what I love for a living and create these stories and these characters and be a part of that environment for the rest of my life. Hopefully that'll come true. Kit Kat's Blue says, do you miss Arden? Yes, I miss Arden like crazy. I was talking to her 2 days ago, and I miss her like no other. But I'll see her soon. Magnus Bay wants to know summer or winter. I like winter, personally. Maybe it's just because I like cozy sweaters and boots. But I do love winter, because that's when the holidays come. That's when, you know, Thanksgiving food is about, and when everybody puts up their decorations, and I don't know, there's something about winter that it's magical, because it's cold outside and warm inside. Let's see. I have about 10 more minutes, and then I got to go. Girls Talk Irwin asks, can you give some back to school advice? My biggest back to school advice would be to get organized, get everything together, and be prepared for the year to start, and then have fun. Just fully dive in and 100% commit to your education, because that's something, I'm such a huge proponent for education, because it's something that will serve you and be with you for the rest of your life. And I know sometimes it's difficult and sometimes it's not fun, but through those experiences you'll grow, both educationally but also as a person, because you'll make it through something difficult. And if you learn to make through something difficult in school, you can make it through something difficult in life. And that's so important. But also, by learning more about the world, whether it's science or math or history or any subject, you expand your worldview and you expand your perspective, and as you learn more, it all sort of comes together to create this perspective and this viewpoint that changes everything. And it can never be taken away from you. It'll always be with you, and it'll serve you for the rest of your life. John Campbell wants to know, who's my dream director to work with? There's so many. I'm dying to work with David O. Russell. Dying to work with David O. Russell. As well as a list of many, many others. But he's one of my favorite directors of all time. Sufels Clara wants to know, what is my favorite moment with Emerald? Oh, there's so many. One of my favorite moments with Em happened, when was that? I think it was during press week. Yeah, it was during press week. We were in New York, and it was before the show had aired. It was before anything. It was the night before the behind the scenes special Beyond the Shadows aired on Freeform, and we were in this hotel in New York. All of us were staying there, and my connection's weak. Hang on, I'm gonna wait for it to come back. Hold on one second. Let me fix this. Hopefully this will help. Am I back? I hope I'm back. Anyway, it was the night before the Beyond the Shadows special was supposed to air, and we were both like, we finally got back to the hotel, or we both just arrived or something, and I went to her room and we just sat and talked and looked at all of the posts that people were making and how excited people were, and just, we had like a little like slumber party, just the two of us hanging out and talking about the show, and it was like sisters. That's what we do. Let's see. Oh goodness, there's so many. Selena Halo says, what motivates you to improve yourself? I think it's the excitement of what could be. I'm a perpetual student. I love learning whatever it is, whether it's learning in life, learning in art, learning in education, or learning in any other aspect. But I think it all comes down to the sky's the limit in possibilities of what you can be in life and what you can be in this world. So why not seek out that potential? Why not utilize every part of who you are and every part of you as a person to see what's out there and see what you can become? I think anyone can do that. People are asking if we see Jocelyn, Luke, and Clary more. You definitely see Jocelyn, you definitely see Luke, you definitely see Clary. They're all there. But I can't say anything else. Let's see. Clary Frye is asking, what advice would I give my younger self? I would tell my younger self to know that it's okay to make mistakes, and to know that everything turns out all right in the end. And if it's not all right, it's not the end. To keep your chin up, kid, because things are going to be fine. Feels with Tonkin says, what was your first reaction to the Malik kiss? My first reaction to the Malik kiss was pretty much what you saw in episode 12. We all love those characters, and we love that relationship. And I personally think it's fabulous how Matt and Harry are crafting it on the show, because they take such care with it. And that was pretty much my reaction. Just joy, just pure joy. Clary Magnus on Twitter says, will we get any flashback scenes? Yes, but I can't say what. Jonathan Lambert says, if you had a superpower, what would it be and why? If I had a superpower, I would love the power to heal. I think that's a power that a lot of people gloss over, a lot of people forget about. But I think it's really important. It's something that's very useful, and I'm a klutz, so I'd like to be able to heal myself. Jody McCoy says is asking favorite room on set. My favorite room on set it's more than one room. It's the Institute. They've redesigned it this year, and it's pretty epic, I must say. Ooh, Smile for Leah asks a very interesting question. Would I rather be a mermaid or a unicorn? I think I'd rather be a unicorn. But only if I had wings. Do unicorns have wings? If I was a unicorn with wings, that's what I'd rather be. But, because you know what they say, always be yourself. But if you can't be yourself, be a unicorn. King Anesi says, how many runes will Clary have in season 2? Clary had, I think, 12 at the end of season 1. And we start there, and we keep going. So who knows? By the end of season 2, she could have a lot. Zuza Elix says, what do you think about Jamie Campbell Bower? Jamie Campbell Bower is my birthday buddy. We have the same birthday. So I think that's pretty cool. Natasha Williams says, who would you rather be in, Harry Potter or the Hunger Games? I would definitely rather be in Harry Potter. I would not want to be in the Hunger Games. I would not survive. Clary might. Sonia definitely would. I feel like I would die very quickly in the Hunger Games. Not a world I want to live in. Tatiana's Masolny wants to know how much I appreciate Clary on a scale of 1 to 10 since it's Clary Appreciation Day. I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, I appreciate Clary at a level of a million. Playing this character has meant so much to me. Playing this character has changed my life in a lot of ways, both artistically and personally and in my career, and it's something that I'm very thankful for. I feel really fortunate to be playing a character that is such a strong female lead and is someone who people are very passionate about and someone that people really care about. But aside from that, she's a character with heart. She's a character who always has hope. She's a heroine. She's someone who will do anything for the people that she loves and someone that will fight for what she believes in. She's got a strength, but also a vulnerability, and she has compassion that powers every move she makes. And that, as an actor, having a character that has all of these levels is something it's a dream. So, I appreciate Clary, and I appreciate you guys as well. So there you go. Destiny Jimenez wants to know what my Hogwarts house is. I'm a Ravenclaw through and through. I'm completely type A student. I overthink just about everything. That's not true. I overthink some things. I'm a Ravenclaw, definitely. Alicia Guy says, any good ways to relieve stress? I always work out to relieve stress, and I know that can kind of seem counterintuitive, but sometimes if you go to the gym and you do something positive for yourself, or even just go for a walk, or go do something active, play a game with some friends, go for a walk, go for a run, go work out for a little while, go to a spin class, go to a dance class, you relax in a certain kind of way, and you release all of that tension in a way that does something positive for you at the same time. And it's very cathartic in a way. Lightwood Bane 96 says, are you excited for New York Comic Con? I loved it last year and the sneak peek. So excited you were at Comic Con. Comic Con last year was amazing. It was the first time we really got to see the scope of you guys and the scope of what the show was going to be. And I think it's going to be the same this year. I'm really excited to see the new look of the show, and I'm really excited to see how you guys react to it. And to meet you guys again. We love the cons. They're so much fun. I'm so glad we get to go back. Shum Dario says, what's your advice for people who want to become actors but are shy? My advice for anyone who wants to become an actor is give it a try. Find a play at your community center. Find a student film. Find an acting class. Find something that will allow you to kind of explore that and give it a go, because you never know until you try. I had no idea until I tried it, and I absolutely fell in love. And if you really love it, you'll find it. If you really love it, if it's something that you really, really want to do for the rest of your life, you'll know. And just don't be afraid to show other people your talents. Don't be afraid to show other people who you are, because that's where the magic happens. Celia Ukule wants to know what I think of Dylan O'Brien. I think Dylan O'Brien is one of the most fabulous actors and people that I've ever had the chance to meet or work with, and I'm so glad he's doing better. He's a great guy and a good friend, and somebody that I really have a lot of respect for. Oline K0501 says, are you happy? I'm always happy. Not always, but I try to be. My grandfather always says, if you're not having fun, you're not doing something right. And there's, it's no way to live your life unhappy. We have each day. Each day is a gift. That's why they call it the present. So you live each day with, every day you have a choice. Every day you have a choice to be happy. Every day you have a choice to live and look at life in a positive way. Every day you have a choice of how your day is going to be. And it's important that you choose to live it in a positive way. Nuria Bennett says, how is your training? Training's awesome. I love training. We have amazing trainers. Darren is our new stunt coordinator, and our trainer Nuno, who you guys I'm sure have seen his Instagrams. They're both incredible, and they kick our butts, but it's amazing. Everybody has had immense growth. Everybody's learned so much, and we're so lucky to have both of them on our team. Ooh, City of IDXLS says Clary versus 11, who would win? I think 11. I mean, Clary's all well and good, but 11's fierce. I wouldn't face off with 11 if I had the option not to. I'd work with 11. I want to be on 11's team. But, maybe Clary, she could learn from Clary, and Clary could learn from her. Marwa Richard said, would I like to be a shadow hunter? And if yes, why? I actually don't think I would want to be a shadow hunter, personally, because I don't want to fight demons. That seems pretty scary. If I had to be something in that world, I'd love to be a warlock, though, because they can still fight for good and fight against evil, but they do so in a different way, and they have a lot of versatility in what they can do, and they have the power to heal. But I love playing a shadow hunter because I can fight the demons, and they're not real demons. Now let's see. But in real life, I'll leave the demon fighting to somebody else. Shamdaria TP says, did Harry dance on set? Harry's always dancing on set, let's be real. When is Harry not dancing in life? But that's why we love him. I'll see out of the corner of my eye, he'll be crafting something in the corner, and it's always fabulous. I try and learn. Watch and learn. Okay, 7 more minutes, and then I have to go. Molly Butler 7 says, who do you want to join the TV show next? Sebastian, Jordan, or Amatis? That's such a hard choice. I mean, I'm dying for Sebastian to get on the show just because I love that storyline. I think he's a fabulous character. But I love Jordan too. Jordan's one of my favorite characters, and Amatis, of course, has an amazing story. I don't know, hopefully they'll all be on eventually. Oh, there's so many good questions. I'm trying to find some really fun ones for the last few minutes. Alec Ismairazzi says, who's your favorite superhero? My favorite superhero, I think, is Spider-Man. I really love Spider-Man. I love that he's just a regular kid and then somehow gets these powers and all he wants to do is use them for good. But I also, oh God, Iron Man though. I love Iron Man's sarcasm. Ooh, I just almost knocked everything over. See? I told you I'm a klutz. Do I know who's A from Pretty Little Liars? No, I don't. I don't think we'll ever know who Uber A is. I don't think we'll ever really know. XCX Maddie says, have you watched Suicide Squad, and who's my favorite character? That's a hard question to answer. I have watched it. I think my favorite character is Harley Quinn. I'm a huge, huge Margot Robbie fan. One of my favorite actresses. So many things. Favorite Snapchat filter. I always love when there's new Snapchat filters. That's my favorite thing. I like the animal ones though. The voice changers are always fun. I have way too many late night conversations with people on Snapchat in those filters. I spend way too much time on Snapchat. It's bad. Magnus Bay says, when was the last time you did something for the first time? I'd like to think that I do something for the first time every day. I try to do something new all the time because that's how you learn in life. You try new things, you make mistakes. And sometimes you learn wonderful new things. Shadowhunt Feed says, do you like doing your own makeup or getting it done by the makeup team on set? See, it's different though, because when it's getting done on set, it's Clary. It's not me. And then when I'm doing my own makeup, obviously. But I love playing with makeup. I really do. But the people on set, they're professionals. They know what they're doing. I just like to play. Oops, hi home is asking the best way to relax after a long day. See, I have polarity when I figure out how to relax after a long day. Because I either go work out or I sit on my couch and watch Netflix. So, it depends. Depends on the day. But those are my two go-tos. Or I love reading a good book. So many good questions, you guys. Gian Findeli says, how do you manage to stay positive? Or sorry, Jasmine Owens says, how do you manage to stay positive? Life is a series of choices. So this is something I've learned recently. Life is a series of choices. And if you make the choice to be positive, if you make the choice to look at things from a positive perspective, then that's how you'll see them, and that's how you'll live your life. And it's all about choosing the way that you want to see the world, choosing the way that you want to handle situations, choosing the way that you want to be perceived by other people, because that is what shapes you as a human being and what shapes you as a person. And whatever your choice is, that's personal to you, but that's that becomes who you are as a person. All right, I have one more question. Wait, hold on here. What am I excited for? Someone asked, what am I excited for? I am excited for Shadowhunters Season 2. I'm excited for you guys to see how we've changed things, how we've kept things the same, what we've enhanced, what new things we've brought, because I guarantee you the season's going to be epic. The show has been elevated to a level that none of us ever thought was possible, and it's really incredible, and I really think you guys are going to love it. The stories that we're doing, the ways we're pushing the characters, the way that the show looks, the way it feels, the way it sounds, the environment, the demons are scarier, the show is darker, everything is changing, but all for the better, and I cannot wait to share it with you guys. But once again, thank you guys so much for the million on Instagram, for the 800 or something that I think it is on Twitter, and for being such great fans of the show. We love you guys. Thank you for appreciating Clary. I appreciate her, and as always, I appreciate you guys. You guys are amazing. Love you so much, and you're our angels. Have a great day, you guys.